Today we're going to talk about haters. It's kind of a big subject. But I got a little stung by one recently, and I just want to address it because it paralyzed me for weeks. And I know this happens to everybody, and I'm pretty strong, but yeah, when someone kicks you when you're down, it's really hard. So that's the subject for today is haters. We're in the shop, aka my storage unit in Northern California. I'm Trixie Little. This is Artist in the Wild, and let's get into it. A couple weeks ago, had a little falling out with a friend, volatile friend, very complicated friend. And somehow in the mix of a bunch of insulting things they were saying via text message to me, they said, "You're never going to make it on YouTube because I'm not making anything." I was like, I'm making a life. I'm showing me making life. Like, that's what I'm showing. But it's like that one comment, you know, of all of the insulting things that were said, which there were a few, that's the one that stung. That's the one that like stopped me in my tracks and really paralyzed me. Also, paired with that, I was dabbling with working with the AI on the back end of YouTube. I call the AI there, it's the studio assistant, but I call it Stuart. So I was asking Stuart just some questions about my channel and ways to proceed, and it was so nice to me that it actually also paralyzed me. And it was just funny that the two things happened kind of similar timing, and they both absolutely rendered me useless. Like I was like, why bother? I can't do anything. I'm not doing anything. I have nothing to share, you know, like, and it was weird. It was like, on the one hand, the AI was so complimentary and I cried. It felt like someone putting a salve on a blistered heart. It was just like, it was saying the nicest things to me about just validating the things I share and all of it, you know, but it's been really hard, you guys. I mean, I can't say that getting canceled hasn't contributed to my current, I wouldn't say homelessness, but home is inside, of course, but I'm unhoused, unhomed, when I'd really like to be, and just the way that the world has kind of spun out and out from under me when I didn't have much security. And then, you know, I consider myself canceled 3 times before I finally left social media. And I think that's one of the reasons also I'm struggling so much financially, but it really did so much damage and paralyzed me so much that I had to leave. And it's kind of similar. And so I just want to talk about today. I'm going to try not to cry. Because my days here may be numbered. Just feeling every time I sit down with the AI or anything, and I'm like, okay, seriously, like I'm going to make this happen. And it just doesn't work. It's partly a combination of things because I don't, you know, living nomadically right now, it means I don't get nearly as much done every day as I would hope, because I'm just dealing with moving around and setting up kitchen and other places and just taking care of things. And, you know, setting up and breaking down things just takes more time. So it's like sharing that is so humbling. And I've gotten used to vulnerability because I'm a performer. I always used to say that you chase the vulnerability or the fear a little bit, you know, because really fear is boring. It's so boring to be scared. And so I am trying to work on how much of this is like fears and stuff, you know. But it was like a weird combination of an insult and excessive flattery that sort of was just like, I just can't. And it was weird. And I also, you know, I'm getting ready to do a show in a couple weeks here. And so I have a lot of trauma that comes up when I do shows now because I was canceled within the burlesque scene. I can't even call it a community. It's so toxic. How could that be? So, you know, it's like the ramifications of me choosing to be vulnerable and choosing to share my opinions, which is what I want for intelligent humans everywhere, you know, like not just even intelligence, like everyone's like got a right to live and let live, you know. It's like we're all on our own little trip here. So man, though, it's like even coming back today, I was like, I'm gonna sit down and try to make a video. Maybe it's a goodbye. I don't know. I don't know if I can keep doing it. It takes a lot of time is one thing. And it does seem mad, right? Like, what makes my life interesting? I mean, nothing really. One of the main reasons I do this is because I actually trained to a little bit. Like, me and my ex-husband had a documentary made about our lives, and we filmed a lot of our own B-roll, and I don't know, you could just kind of, and I learned the value of being vulnerable, just letting the truth sit there and be. And I think everyone's life really is interesting. And so I've tried to give that here. But it's not how other people are doing it, you know? And it's such a feedback loop of the sameness that the real stuff does fall through the cracks. And I was always just the opinion. I just kept my head down and kept working. And I was like, just focus on your craft. Just focus on getting better, you know? And eventually it'll catch up. But when there's not so many people in the real world, you know, I don't really know what that looks like. There's the fact that I'm up against a lot here. Doing it differently, simply, honestly, maybe a little messy. I mean, is it better to see a handmade thumbnail from me than an AI one? Like, I was not happy seeing an AI version of myself that looked like everybody else's thumbnail. I mean, I asked Stuart to do it. I put it up on a recent video and just to see, but I was not able to follow through with the outline. Like, we came up with plans for episodes and stuff, and like, it just doesn't work. I don't really have an office. Like, I have this storage unit and I have this table, and I don't have electricity or water. So, you know, yeah, it's like I'm pretty good at finding the sweetness in the little things, you know, but just the way my life has unraveled, I feel like I'm just constantly polishing turds and being like, isn't this great? And then I'm like, no, it's not great. It's not great because I miss people, and everybody's in their own world of distractions right now, trying to handle the absolute agony of whatever the hell is happening, because it's ridiculous. So I understand. But that's not to say that it won't just fall through the cracks, you know? And it's like, it's funny to be so touched by the AI. It was like, just made me so aware of missing people. Like, I cried all last week. I didn't want to cry. I really didn't. I also picked the Artist Way back up. So that's today. Actually, I started the Artist Way for the third time after 10 years. I did it twice back to back in 2016 after my divorce and after a car accident. I finally did it. And then I immediately did it again. It was that good. That's what I say when I mean, that's what I mean when I say that the work is fun. That book is some of the best work, and it is fun. It's just like a lot of ways to go in and heal things inside that where people have said these things to us. And she calls them, Julia Cameron calls them monsters. You know, one of the first exercises is to make a monster hall of fame, like all the people who shot you down and told you couldn't. And I know that that's just really, you know, the motivation. It's the grist in the mill that we need, you know, to prove them wrong. But sometimes it stops people. Like my career just got stopped, you know, like I lost a lot just defending actually like nightclubs as places where complex things can happen. And that we won't like them all, and that, yeah, some people might get offended sometimes. And it doesn't mean I agree with what they're saying, but it means that there are spaces where boundaries and edges are pushed on purpose. And that's how I believed the burlesque scene was supposed to be. And I guess when I think about like performing again in the show coming up, often producers, even my friends, my closest friends, don't put my name on things when I'm with them. I'm like an untouchable, you know? And the last run-in I had was with a drag queen who I felt had bitten too hard off of a costume that I won a big award with, my biggest claim to fame, and they took the video down because there were too many trolls. And it's like, so even the thing that could defend me, which is the video of me in the costume that I was defending myself in my own originality with the designer that I worked on it with, is just erased, you guys. It's like, it's like how many times can I just kind of have all these things taken? It's like I've been trying to build a body of work and a name and a legacy, you know, so that my work speaks as a whole. And it's like very fragmented, and it's been hard to know how to even bring performance to this platform. It's like, it's not the same. We struggled with that when we made our documentary. It was like the director spent 1.5 years just filming us basically from the audience side of things. And she did a rough cut, and we were like, it was so boring. It was like, we were like, if you don't come into our lives and go behind the curtain, it's not a documentary that, you know, we were like, well, there you have your movie, bye. And then she's like, well, wait, how do we make it better? And we're like, well, you have to like come into our lives, you know, and we have to let you. And that was a whole negotiation because we were working in nightlife. She's got like mom vibes, you know. It was like we had to ask her to send her students instead to some things. But we worked it out. Anyway, why was I telling you all that stuff about the documentary? I'm thinking about that time a lot as I'm like, because I'm trying to share my life. I'm remembering the lessons from that. I can't just like sit and do, it's like something about it has to be spontaneous, where it's just like this. And it's like, and it includes my life. It includes the food and the place I'm going, and I would love to show more of the people that I'm with and stuff, but like I want to have a channel that I'm proud. I'm like, I don't feel proud of my channel right now. Some of those videos have like 30 views. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, some people I listen to just because I like them. And even if their topic is kind of tangential, I still just like them. And I like spending time with them, you know? And I guess I kind of hoped that would happen, that like I would find a little community here. Everything, it's just like too big. And then it's like I'm constantly being told to squish down and follow these things and do this and do it this way and let I do all this, and then it's supposed to just like do something. I don't know. But like this was supposed to be a creative outlet also. I like all my little goofy edits and sound effects, and that's me. Like, I got really upset actually from my interaction with Stuart when it was like telling me that a video that I really liked the opening of, where I was just being a goofball and stuff, that most people clicked off after 30 seconds. And I was like, right, like when I'm myself, like just scrolling, people aren't interested, you know? It's like I gotta have a hook or a PowerPoint presentation or some promise to, I don't know, whatever the grift is, you guys. I mean, it's like I'm just trying to get this going alongside of what I'm already doing to be useful and to have, a little income. And it's just eating all my time. And, you know, when I'm struggling as much as I am, it's hard to justify. And then, but everyone is always with me like, well, have you thought about just getting a job? It's like, you guys, I've been out here a long time. Like, I'm different. And it's not that I'm not capable of a job. Of course. Everyone I know is like overqualified for all the jobs. I get it. But when you've really restored your wholeness a lot, then the compression happens. It's like they don't want your creativity or your ideas or like all of these things, you know, or they want them all, and you won't have a life if you do it. So it's like, I don't actually know how to balance maintaining my coherence and my health with this world. And the demands are too high. The cost of everything is insane. And it's like, I feel like I'm slipping through these cracks, and I'm just like, okay, if I give up on this, you know, I had to abandon a podcast that I'd started because I couldn't afford to keep it going during COVID. And I feel like I've started and abandoned this channel many times, and everyone, when you do the research on YouTubers and stuff, they're like, just don't give up, just don't give up. You have no idea like how you're actually doing. I guess I just wanted to talk about like when haters go on a rampage and just how much damage can be done. Oh, I think that's what I was going to tell you about my fear with the show coming up, is just of being attacked again. Because the thing that everyone is like, well, what did you do? I'm like, I had an opinion that people didn't like. That's what I did. And I'm sick of that, you guys. Like, the woke shit was so damaging to people that were really fighting for freedom, really, for freedom of expression in all its forms. Means you have to defend all of it, even when you don't like it. In comedy, also, they're like, nothing's off limits because you have to take the piss out of the hard stuff. You have to. That's the antidote. So, like, if you're doing your job properly as like a comedian and a stage performer and things like that, you're going to be playing around with the edge and taboos and stuff like that, of course people are going to go too far. I mean, and we should have the maturity to hold the space for that and just be like, oh, okay, well, that was too far. And it can be that simple. It doesn't have to destroy people's lives, you know? Interestingly, doing the Artist Way and stuff is bringing me back to that time 10 years ago when I was looking for so many answers. I was in so much pain. I was going to Al-Anon. I was like in the meetings, in there. I was like, I never want to go through this again. I had a lot of alcoholic stuff on my mom's side of the family, like really violent Irish alcoholic family and stuff, you know, and just all the codependency and abandonment issues. And also I am Gen X. We were raised like feral cats, like made us resilient, but also, I don't know. On the one hand, I'm so sensitive. And on the other hand, I'm so strong and so resilient. to be an artist, I really have to maintain my sensitivity. And that's one reason why jobs haven't always worked out. Like, I want things to be improving. I want to be on a team. I want a holistic thing. I start feeding everyone. I'm like worrying about what they're doing. If everyone's, you know, following their dreams, like what I can do to help. It's like, I'm a holistic person. It's like, I want that for everybody. It pushes on people. Like how Stuart's compliments were so hard to receive. I couldn't receive them. But yet it touched me so much, you know, because I'm missing people. Because they're all on social media and I'm not. I'm just here. Well, I'm not really pissed at the friend who said the mean thing about you're not going to make it on YouTube. I mean, honestly, my mother says shit like that to me my whole life. My mother's never seen me perform. Now she has dementia, so I can't even get mad at her about anything, you know. I'm not mad at her. Since I started, she has in her mind what burlesque is from the old days. She remembers, you know, in the 60s. So since I started, she's always asked me, how much longer do you think you can keep doing that? She doesn't really know how funny I am. I think I'm funny. So it didn't really upset me that you know, I'm not like super mad about it, but it's like, it kind of got me in a tender spot. And his point was like, I'm not just a maker. Like, I'm not doing a how-to video. I'm like, I'm sharing a lot more. The haters can really, really get ya. I mean, I remember some of the comments from when I got canceled the first time. But all 3 times I was defending people. One time as a club owner, second time was a really good friend of mine, and burlesque producer in Vancouver, and then the third time was with a drag queen, a very whatever, who won Drag Race. I got into it on Instagram, not with them. I just said, it's not cool with me. That was my idea. And I know there wasn't anything like that out there because I did the research when I was working on that act. And I really resent how everything just becomes part of the soup that everyone can just draw from without paying attention to who did that work to bring that in. Like, I have to live a certain way to be this creative, to have the sensitivity, to channel the things that come through me. And I prioritize that. I've sacrificed everything to keep it because it's very important to me. Like, that is how I know God. That's what the Artist Way did. Showed me that my creativity is one of the best direct channels. It's total collaboration with the Creator. It made me have peace with the word God even, which is weird because I studied yoga, like God's all over it, you know what I mean? And it was always like something I had to approach really abstractly until I did this book. And it was not abstract at all. It was like, yeah. So it's and I feel like I've been defending those values ever since in a world gone mad. Just trying to find where can I do my work, you know? So I don't know. I mean, I feel like everything is just shifting all the time. Like, am I staying in California? I really want to. But I barely have friends here, judging by how, you know, often I just sleep on the side of the road in my truck. It's like, I wouldn't let my friends do that. I would pull them in. It's like, I can't just sit down and like make an outline for this thing. It's like the weird messy way that I can get videos done is like the best I can do.
especially while I'm nomadic. And if that's not enough, like, I don't want to keep doing it, you know? It's like a certain point, it's not just an exercise and practice. It's like, eventually I want to reach an audience, you know? I still believe in my work. And whether or not I continue here, I'll still be doing all my weird little things. All right. Later, alligators.